All right, continue with the top-down analysis for next week. This new month, new candlestick will be printed on Monday, so we have to analyze carefully from monthly time frame to lower time frame in order to get a clear setup. But before, we can see some review on entries that we took on last week on gold. Okay, so here in community, we took a long position on gold on Friday. On Friday, we took that trade, and that is before this trade. You can see price mitigate, that's the terminated demand, reject well, we enter, execute long position, and you can see the process, the progress, the whole progress, and that is when it reaches 50% of our target, and that is final. That is final. You see, we executed around this area. Target was 45.80. Okay, ended successfully. So let us analyze from higher time frame to lower time frame on gold to get a clear picture on what will happen on next week. On monthly time frame, we have this market structure. On monthly time frame, we have this market structure. You can see very clearly have this market structure. Last month candle closed bearish, but it failed to close below what that previous candle low. So it manipulates previous candle low and closed it within previous candle range. So we have to find buys for next candle because it may distribute price to this level 48.98. Okay. After manipulation, what next? Distribution. So we'll find buys from that point. Shift your time frame to weekly time frame. Weekly time frame here, we have this candle. Last week candle closed the bullish. Also, it manipulates previous candle low. So that is very good indication of what? Reversal pattern. Okay. Well, shift your time frame to daily time frame. On daily time frame, I have this market structure. You can see price takeout, previous sell side liquidity. Also, two last candle closed bullish. Thursday candle manipulates Wednesday candle low and closed bullish. Also, Friday candle closed above Thursday candle high. So it creates a new uptrend. You can see very clear. So to find buys, break of structure means continuation of trend. So if you get a bullish break of structure, it means it is continuation of bullish move. Here on 4-hour time frame, I have this market structure. We have this market structure. So let's point it out clearly. Here have this break of structure, had started break of structure, means continuation, and then price swept this sell side liquidity. After liquidity sweep, price break that last lower high and created a shift. So we got a shift here, structural market shift, very clear. So when you get a shift, we have to find buys. Okay, we have to find buys. We have to find buys. So buys we have to find from discount level. Discount level, we can apply Fibo retracement tool. Divide by 50 here, that is our 50. So from 50 to, from 0.5 to 1, here, let me show you clearly from this area to this area, that is our discount level. So we have to find point of interest available on that zone, and discount zone, so as you can get a low risky entry. Okay. So here in 4-hour time frame, I have this breaker block. First point of interest on this zone, have this 4-hour breaker block. Also, there is unmitigated fair value gap on the discount level here. Unmitigated FVG. So I have 2 points of interest. Okay. Shift your time frame to lower time frame on hard time frame. On hard time frame, I have another point of interest. Here we have unmitigated breaker block. Also, above or below that breaker block, we have this what order block. That is normal order block. Okay, so on this zone, we have multiple point of interest. You can shift on 30 minutes, 30 minutes. There is nothing more than there's nothing or what we have this demand and mitigated demand. So we have multiple zones. If we have multiple zone, we want to stick with the high time frame zone. We have to stick with the high time frame zone. So let's stick with the 4-hour zone. We can stick with the 4-hour zone. On 4-hour, we have this breaker block. So let us wait price to drop to this level, this breaker block for our breaker block, wait confirmation, then pick a buy. When we execute a long position from that area where it will be a target, this resistance over there. So when we pick a long position, when you're getting for a buy from that area with a confirmation, target to be on that resistance. Very clear and very simple. Okay, so that is clear. Also, there's high probability of price to drop because there is unmitigated, oh no, not unmitigated. We have liquidity below here. Let me show you. Here we have this liquidity. You can see this trend liquidity, which is not disrupted. Okay, so it acted as a magnet to attract the price to drop to this level to clear that liquidity. So when it will drop to create this liquidity, after liquidity sweep, we'll wait a shifty around this for how block, and then we'll find buys to this point. Very simple, very clear. So let me show you the entry that we took on Friday. It was from this 30-minute demand. Let me show you very clear. It was from this 30-minute demand, and you can see price reacted very clear, successfully closed the with a manipulation candle, bullish manipulation candle. So immediately after that candle closed, we executed long position, stop below. Our target was buy sell liquidity to target this area. Okay, you can see taking profit it was successfully. It was very clear setup. So after the sweep, immediately after sweep, price created a reversal or corrective move. So expecting this correction, which may retrace deep until this level, and then later I will find buys. So on Monday, we are going to focus on finding buys from this deep discount level. We are going to focus on finding buys from this deep discount level. And our target, we target this resistance area. Very clear and very simple. Very clear and very simple. On silver on the intermediate have this clear structure. Silver on the intermediate have this clear structure. On the intermediate, you have shifty and mitigated demands, with retracement to this level, execute the long position. Very simple. So see you on market open Monday, and everything will be